Make sure you check out a brand new episode of Strip Down this week, coming in all the way from Craik, Saskatchewan, Tommy John Ehman.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sit and watch the sun come up your back step. Second cup of coffee to kickstart your day.
Make sure you check out a brand new episode of Strip Down this week, coming in all the way from Craik, Saskatchewan, Tommy John Ehman.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sit and watch the sun come up your back step. Second cup of coffee to kickstart your day.
Tonight on Strip Down,
Jay Sempko,
Josh Palmer,
What are you doing?
Teresa Sokerka.
You, me, Robert Palmer.
Are we still on the air?
You are watching Stripped Down, Saskatchewan's only one-hour local music showcase. Hello to everyone watching across Saskatchewan on Shaw and the Access Communication channels. Tonight on Stripped Down, all the way from Craik, Saskatchewan, ladies and gentlemen, Tommy John Ehman.
Open up your door and take a breath away. Sit and watch the sun come up your back step. Second cup of coffee to kickstart your day. Canadian way. Now Daddy says goodbye to his baby girl as he heads out the door to take a bite out of the world. He's got a job and he works real hard to bring home his pay. The Canadian Boys are fighting in their backyard, and that makes me scared. But that's the cost of freedom. Say another prayer. Keep us safe, we say. The Canadian way. Red, white, and red, alright. Well, it stands for freedom and a better way of life. Yeah, red, white, and red, alright. Yeah, red, white, and red, alright. Well, it stands for freedom and a better way of life. Yeah, red, white, and red, alright. Yeah, red, white, and red, alright. Yeah, red, white, and red, alright.
Tommy John Ehman in the Shaw TV studios tonight. You're watching Strip Down. Get the push pin out and get ready to go to the map of Saskatchewan. All the way from Craik tonight. Never had anybody from Craik on Strip Down. We're breaking new grounds once again.
right.
Thanks for coming on, sir.
Well, thanks, Curtis. Thanks for having us. It's an awesome time for us to be here.
Again, all three of you risking life and limb. We've kind of got a curse going on Strip Down in the last few weeks. It always is like blizzarding when we do a taping.
If you got to go somewhere, it might as well be raining. It might as well be snowing because that's just the way it is.
Okay, you yourself, Tommy John Ehman. However, that's also kind of the blanket, the banner, the band name we're going with.
Yep.
All right, introduce your band mates.
All right, I got a couple of guys from the band here tonight. This guy that I've been with right here for 20 years, about on the other acoustic guitar, David Evans. He's from around Saskatoon, a little town called Laura, but we'll say Saskatoon because you've never heard of Laura. And on the end is my cousin. We grew up together out in Craik. We've known each other since we were probably 5 years old. Rob Ehman plays bass guitar in my band too. And our drummer's not here tonight, Rod Mishork, so we're saying hello to him from Saskatoon. Yeah, it's
All
awesome.
right, how was the drive down, you guys?
Yeah, it was okay, you know.
Yeah, you were a little later.
Yeah, but you know, a little bit of ice. We're all used to hockey and ice, and so
You came from Regina.
I did, yeah. I was in Regina today, and actually a little icier down that way, but yeah, it was fine.
So happy you guys made the drive, and here we are on Strip Down. Here is the big news coming out of your camp.
Yes.
Wheels of Life. Tell me about Wheels of Life, sir.
Well, Wheels of Life is something that came out in January of this year, so it's been out getting close to 12 months now, and it's been doing really good. We recorded in Regina at B-Rad Studio, produced by Brad Prosco. It's been doing a lot of great work with Saskatchewan artists here lately. 10 songs and one kind of an acoustic song at the end, written by myself, and we're really proud of it. We worked really hard on it, and you know, it's been doing really well. We've had some songs that have been on the radio, and it's been doing really good, really good.
How does this compare to what we're going to hear tonight? Other than there's no drums here tonight.
Yeah, that's a lot fuller. I mean,
Yeah?
we had some really great musicians from Saskatchewan and outside that played on it. So guys that you've heard of like Dave Shabbat and Jason Heisted, and you know, guys that are top-notch players, and just to make it, you know, as best we could. So we elicited some really good talent. Not to say that we're not pretty dang good too, but
absolutely.
those guys are really top-notch.
Different
yeah.
format though. Was it a lot of work putting together, you know, the set for tonight? Do you guys obviously don't usually play more acoustic bass?
I do a number of acoustic shows where I play just by myself, but for this one here, we wanted to just bring in a little bit more, just to fill it out a little bit. But when we play the live shows, it's with the electric guitars and the drums, and it's, you know, a much bigger production, such as the album is. You know, it's full band.
Any challenges before you came and stripped it down here in the studio?
No, we did a show last weekend.
Oh yeah.
And it was just acoustic guitars. So I mean, this is something that we're, you know, not really used to, but you know, it doesn't come too unnaturally.
What's the atmosphere like with the band right now? Having fun in 2008. Looking forward to 2009, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2008's been good. We've done a lot of playing and just promoting the album and doing radio interviews and, as many shows as we can, just being a small independent artist, just push as much as you can. You got to get your name out. So
How hard is it to get together and get practice time, especially Craig,
Yeah.
not Craig,
We
Laura?
we basically just do it in hotel rooms when we're out
Really?
on the road. And
Yeah.
as
So
far
is
as
there a meeting place?
we meet in Crake once
Yeah,
in a while.
once
If
in a
there's a
while,
big
but-
show and we need to rehearse for it, we will get together. But
So basically, it's all on you to drive down.
yeah. But it's a matter. We've all been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Playing music and so it's a matter. We'll have a listen to a song and then when we're together, we run it through and if it flies, it flies. If it doesn't, we wait for another week or whatever.
It helps that everybody has lots of experience. That's probably the biggest thing about it.
Talk a little bit more about the feedback from this album so far.
It's been really good. As coming off, this is the first time that we've really done an album where we really push songs to the radio. And it's been fairly well, it's got a pretty good response. The first single went up to number 60 on the Canadian country charts. And we're on our third single now, and I just got the chart back, and it's sitting at 79. And, for a small time, just an indie band with an indie release, not bad. So, we've had a lot of good response. And, people that come to the shows, they like the songs. We sell a few albums as we go. And, so it's been pretty good.
Awesome. What are we going to hear tonight? Old, new? Going to focus mostly on this
We're
album?
going to play mostly from the new album, yeah. We
Yeah?
might slip in one from our To the Wall album, which came out in 2002. But
Okay.
we're going to stick mostly to the new one for tonight.
What was the first song we heard right off the top?
That was Red, White, and Red, sort of a semi-anthem song, Red, White, and Red meaning our flag. And that's sort of the theme of the album, talks about, I got on a roll with songwriting. I had seen a video of some war veterans from World War II talking about their experiences in the war. And I wrote one song and another song, and besides talking about songs about soldiers, they love the country. I can't tell you what, it just came to me that these guys cared so much about this country that they were willing to go and sacrifice their lives. And I'm just a little guy sitting here, and I don't know if I'd have those guts, that courage. So then it came into about Canada and soldiers and all those things, and it evolved into Wheels of Life.
Would you consider it like political in any way? Or
Not really.
does it have an overall message?
Definitely a message. I think, would be, have pride in the country.
Patriotism. Yeah,
Yeah,
patriotism.
don't take it for granted. These guys, it's been a long time since we've had a world war, and now we've got guys in harm's way right now in Afghanistan. Don't take it for granted, because it's a beautiful country. It's a great place to live and raise a family, but it could be gone, like that, if we're not careful.
Mama, close the window. It's raining out. Little baby sister hiding in the corner. She said thunder makes me scared. Oh, everything will be alright come the morning. Oh, wheels of life just keep turning. Hands of time never stop. Oh, wheels of life just keep turning. tea, it's time for bed. Then come sit close beside me, say a little prayer. Oh, wheels of life just keep turning. Hands of time never stop. Oh, wheels of life just keep turning. Arms reach out to the sky. Oh, wheels of life just keep turning. Oh, wheels of life. Oh, wheels of life just keep turning. Oh, wheels of life.
Tommy John Ehman in the Shaw TV studios tonight. You're watching Strip Down. We have to take our very first commercial break, but we got lots more, so stick around. More Strip Down after this.
Stick around, more stripped down after this.
You've seen a Canadian $1 coin, so you're probably familiar with the common loon. It's no surprise that this water bird represents our country. Have you ever sat by a lake and listened to the loon's haunting calls? You probably wonder what all the noise is about. Its calls can mean anything from, "I'm over here," to "stay away." Humans enjoy Canadian lakes just as much as loons do. But if we're not careful, the wake from our boats can destroy their nests. And lead sinkers and jigs can poison and kill loons if they swallow them. So here's how you can help. Keep boats away from nesting areas and swimming birds, especially ones with chicks too young to dive or fly away. And if you're fishing, use non-lead sinkers and jigs so you won't harm the loons. And that's just a start. If you go to hww.ca, you can learn more about loons and find ideas on how to help protect Canada's wildlife. That's hww.ca.
Each day, thousands of Canadians take a few minutes to enjoy a cup of coffee. This September, the Alzheimer's Society is asking you to make that coffee break count by joining us to help those with Alzheimer's disease. All across Canada, there will be coffee breaks hosted by people like you, people who want to help raise money in support of the Alzheimer's Society. Join us, make your coffee count. To find out more, contact your local Alzheimer's Society or visit www.alzheimer.ca.
In the studio tonight with Tommy John Ehman. A little disruption between the commercial breaks. That's okay. We're back. How are you guys doing?
Good, awesome.
First segment done. The last song we heard right before the break was
Wheels of Life.
Wheels of Life. Title track, obviously off the brand new album, Wheels of Life.
Title track, yeah.
Title track. The song was about. You mentioned before the break it was kind of
Yeah,
tribute to the soldiers. The whole album.
Yeah,
that
kind
song
of, yeah.
was about.
Yeah, that song is when like particularly like say when a soldier or somebody is away from home, if you're using that as a template, they're gone away, but everybody else back home, you know, still life still goes on, even though that person is a long way away, and you miss them, and you're crying, and you've got pictures and all these things, and despite the fact that they're gone, the wheels of life, as in life, just keeps on turning. You know, life goes on. So that's the idea of that song.
This album sounds a little heavy. A little on the heavy side.
Well, yeah, there's a couple of lighter moments, but yeah, I'd say that's probably kind of my writing style. And sometimes people might say, you know, you got to loosen up a little bit. But, you know, some of the guys that I emulated as songwriters are like John Mellencamp, Tom Petty, and some of those guys, Gordon Lightfoot, you know, and they tended to look at things, you know, the way they see them and write about it, and that's kind of what I do. So. Just the fact that our country is at war right now, in not like a World War II, but we're at war, and it's something that I haven't experienced in my lifetime. I mean, we've had some missions that we've gone on, and peacekeeping and whatever, but with soldiers in harm's way, so it just kind of affected me. I wanted to see this country the way it is and raise my kids up in a safe environment, and I just felt the need to write about it, just to try to get people to think a little bit.
So is there lots of dancing at a John Ehman concert, or is it more slow dancing? People get up?
If we're doing a show where we're just playing the album, it's more sitting and listening. But if we're at a club date and we're mixing in some of our tunes with some cover tunes, there's tons of dancing.
Yeah?
It's crazy. Beer drinking and dancing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I bet you the drummer probably helps with that, hey?
Mostly the beer drinking part. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Okay.
Drumming too, but mostly the beer drinking.
We actually had some time to talk before the show started, which is a rare thing for Strip Down. And that kind of shot myself in the foot because I think I'm even more confused now than before we started. Okay, you just doubled my CD collection right here. We have the new, and we have some old. We have Idle Rain's discs, which also star you.
Yeah.
I'm very confused.
Okay, well,
take us back.
the band started off as Idle Rains.
Okay, but even before that, you guys going back.
Yeah, we were in Midnight Highway and a couple other bands back in the early 90s.
How far back do we want to go?
Well, let's stop at the early 90s. And there's some history behind that, but let's not go any farther back than that.
Okay.
So in 1996, we recorded Wasted Nights. We did that at a studio in Regina.
Wasted Nights. There it is.
David and I both played on that one, and I sang, and I wrote the songs for that
Okay.
one. And then in 2002, we did To the Wall, which came under we released that one as just Idle Rains. David produced that one and played all the instruments on that one. I played some acoustic guitar and sang and wrote the songs.
Then something happened after that because we're no longer.
Yeah, I decided to put out a solo album, just to see how the reaction would be, and I wrote a collection of songs about farming. And I know there's a lot of people out there that have heard of Tommy John Ehman, Like Father, Like Son, because we played a lot of shows, and I've sold quite a few of those albums to the farmers around this province.
There's lots of people who've heard of farming too.
Yeah, that as well. So that was an album dedicated to Saskatchewan and Canadian farmers.
Okay.
So it was a collection of farm songs, and then which led to 2000. That was out in 05.
Okay.
And then in 08 we did Wheels of Life.
So
I gotta get it
back to
straight.
back dedication albums. That's kind of cool.
Well, yeah, Like Father, Like Son is very specific. Wheels of
Okay.
Life, not quite so specific. It's a little wider base, but if you want to say it's more of a tribute to Canada, it's a great country, like I said. So.
All right, we don't have to go too in depth, but how did you guys even meet? Like, how did you guys start playing together all these years ago?
It's a short story. I was just a young guy, and I wanted to join a band. And so I put an ad up in a music store in Saskatoon, or I forget which one, like a long time ago. And David phoned me up and said, hey, we need a singer. I said, okay, but I got to finish harvest first. So I grew up on a farm. So I had to finish combining first. And after that, went off, joined the band, and kind of never looked back.
Awesome.
And I said, what's combining?
Yeah, being the city guy that he is. So yeah, we went on the road and just played. We were a cover tune band, and we spent a number of years doing that. Probably, the first album came out in '96, so 6 or 7 years of just playing, and before the first album came out, just cover tunes and cabarets and dances and bars and all that kind of stuff.
How hard is it to transition between cover band to original stuff? Bit of a struggle.
Well, it can be because you kind of get where you're in this group of bands that plays the bars and the cover tunes, and if you want to get out of that, it's a whole different genre really, because the bar bands, you make your money in your cover tunes, where now you want to stop doing that. Now you want to promote your own songs. Well, that's a whole, then you're getting into, if you could play a bar or a tavern, you can play a few original songs, but they're expecting cover tunes. So it's kind of two separate things really.
All right, I want to get to some more music. It's been a while. So song number 3 from the incredible discography. Where are we going?
Okay, we're gonna do from the new one, Wheels of Life. This was the first single that we put out. That came out just in January or February of this year. That went up to number 60 on the Canadian country chart. So we were really happy with that. This is kind of another sort of rah Canada song. It's called "Stand Up for Your Country."
Stand up for your country. All right,
Goes
take it
just
away, you
like
guys.
this. 2, 3, and.
Woke up this morning, looked out my window, saw a beautiful sunrise, wake in the day, a house on the corner, a wife and the kids, just everyday people with a little something to give. Tell you now how to live your life. stretch of highway, a wide open sky. Oh, but we built this land. We built it on hard work, peace, and pride. I don't want to tell you now how to live your life, but I know we're all trying hard to do what we think is right. And I call it all Canadians to stand up for your country. Come on, rise up and lift your voices. They're playing our song. So wrap yourself around the flag and fearlessly hold on. This is our land. This is our home, where we raise our kids, we raise our flag, we sing our song, we sing her praise. Oh, but it's a little rough, yeah, a little rough on us these days. I don't want to tell you now how to live your life, but I know we're all trying hard to do what we think is right. And I call it all Canadians to stand up for your country. Stand up for your country. Come on, stand up for your country.
Tommy John Ehman in the Shaw TV studios. Another one from Wheels of Life. Take us
Yes.
back to that song again. Mm-hmm. You said it was another Raw Raw Canada song.
Yeah, stand up for your country. You see it out your window when you're driving on the highway. It's a beautiful country, and as I mentioned before, we're safe, we're free, we got food in our grocery stores. We don't have to stand in line. Just everything about it. It's just a great place to live, and you just don't take it for granted. That's all. That's all really the song is about. Just don't take it for granted, and just remember how great it is, and stand up for it. Think about it.
We talked about your history briefly before. You guys are cousins.
Yes.
How did you work into all this?
Grew up together from K to 12, went to school. Started our first band, high school band, grade 10 or grade 11. We started playing together back then, music. I did all our partying together,
All
Tom
that growing up
yeah,
stuff.
Tom got the bug to go on the road, and I would have loved to gone with him, but I was raising a family at the time, and I couldn't do it. So when Tom came back and needed a bass player, and I wasn't doing anything, I says, "You bet. Here's my chance."
It's been, 2 years now? Pretty well? We've been
Going on 3 years now that we've been back together again. So.
What's it like playing with your cousin?
Oh, fantastic! Just think some things never die.
We're cousins, but we've been best friends.
Nice.
So
Forever,
it's,
like I say, we grew up, partied, know each other inside out. I can tell him to shut the hell up, and
and I gotta listen. But it's great. Like what I really like about this band, like these four guys that I've been playing with now, I've known for, like our drummer's not here, but we first played together in the early 90s, maybe about 93, 94. No, we didn't play together. Now we're back together for another couple of years. But they're just all my friends, as opposed to just getting this guy or that guy. I'm playing with guys I like to be with, enjoy their company. They're good musicians. It just couldn't be any better.
How seriously do you take yourselves as a band? Like, is this what you want to do, or is this kind of like something you do on the side?
No.
Where's the fine line?
Yeah, I want to be a full-time musician who makes his living making records and hearing songs on the radio. But you gotta get your way there. So I guess in some respects it's a sideline right now with a lot of purpose towards making it more. You got to work your way up, and I guess that's where we are now. We're on that ladder to some degree. I
So
hope.
what's the next step for you guys?
I think at this point we just keep playing. we got songs coming out to radio, so I do radio interviews and try to play as many shows as we can and promote the album as much as we can. It's just a matter of keeping your face out, in front of the people as much as you can, and just work.
I think if we get the chance to tour, we will.
Yeah.
If we get asked to come, we will go.
Yeah. The biggest thing is, we play a lot of club dates, so that's, in between the shows where I can just perform my original songs, and we'd like it where we didn't have to play club dates anymore. We'd be opening for somebody or headlining a small tour or whatever, and we're working our way towards that. It's, there's a lot of competition in the music industry, and you got to really, promote the hell out of yourself to get anywhere, to put it mildly.
We have had the opportunity to open for Doc Walker. And
I read that.
Aaron Pritchett. So
Yeah.
So we've had some good luck in that.
Yeah,
respect.
we've done some really good shows for us. So every one of those is a feather in your cap, I guess. That that when promoters see, well, they've done this or they've done that, it helps just to move you up another notch, another level.
What was it like opening up for Doc Walker? I had a chance to interview those guys a few years
Did
ago.
you?
It seemed like they were a lot of fun.
Yeah, good guys.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
All right.
We didn't get to hang with them too much, but enough to hang out a little bit and say hello. And
They didn't snub you.
no, absolutely not.
Good
Absolutely
guys.
not.
Good guys.
Good, good.
Good Prairie
Let's
Boys.
slide another song in before the next commercial break. What do you have? Song, what, 3? 4?
Yeah.
3? I've
Wall.
lost
We're
track.
going to do from the new album, When the Walls Come Down.
Okay.
This is a little song about. Again, it's looking at conflict in the world, and that the reason that there's conflicts in the world is because we do our level best to try not to get along because of somebody's skin, the color of their skin, their religion, their government policies, all these things that instead of looking for what's the same about us, we always look for what's different. So what I'm saying in this song is let's break down the walls and bring us all together. It's called When the Walls Come Down.
All right, take it away.
We got a long way to go till we get it right. Coming out of the darkness into the light. It's time to forgive. Paint it all black and white. When the walls come down, when the walls come crumbling down, will you lay down your heart to make a new start? When the walls come down, when the walls come crumbling down. Calling brothers and sisters to stand up as one. All the world's armies, lay down your guns. Coming over the horizon, it's a beautiful sun. When the walls come down, when the walls come crumbling down, will you lay down your heart to make a new start? When the walls come down, now I stand on the mountain high over the land. I reach to the sky with wide open hands. Rain coming down from a heavenly place, wash away sins with just love and with faith. When the walls come down, when the walls come crumbling down, will you lay down your heart to make a new start? When the walls come
watching Stripped Down with Tommy John Ehman in the studios. That was a fantastic song, you guys. We got to gear up for our second commercial break. We got lots more Stripped Down coming up right after this. Stick around. Good job.
Stick around. We got more Stripped Down right after this.
If you were asked to name the first butterfly that came to mind, I bet you'd say the monarch. Probably because its beautiful orange, black, and white wings are so memorable. But there's more to this little creature than just good looks. Even though they appear delicate, monarch butterflies undertake the grueling task of migrating thousands of kilometers to Mexico each year. To survive the long trip, these butterflies will need to feed on nectar from wild-flowering plants. Problem is, some people consider these plants pesky weeds and use herbicides to get rid of them. How can you help? Look into ways of making your garden butterfly-friendly. Try planting butterfly weed, asters, and other flowering plants. And before you know it, many butterflies will be calling your backyard home. But that's just a start. When you go to hww.ca, you'll find out more about the monarch butterfly and get ideas on how to help protect Canada's wildlife. That's hww.ca.
You're watching Stripped Down. Tommy John Ehman in the Shaw TV studio with your backup, but all under the Tommy John Ehman banner. It's been a lot of fun tonight so far. You guys having fun?
Oh,
Here we are, Stripped
wicked.
Down. You made the drive all the way from Craig through the
Wicked,
snow and the ice.
snow and the ice.
Thanks to that. Thanks for that again. Okay, I was researching Craig a little bit.
Oh no.
Okay, Wheels
Here we
of
go.
Life for the soldiers. Thomas Orville Wilson, an RCAF war hero, was from Craig. Any connection? Did you know that?
You know.
Am I exploding your mind here?
Well, that's unbelievable that you did that kind of research. That's awesome.
That's
you know,
what Stripped Down's about.
we have a very vibrant Legion in Craig. And just on Remembrance Day, I did an acoustic show there with the Legion, and there was, like, the Legion Hall holds maybe 250 people, and it was full. So, you know, the Legion, and we have a lot of war veterans from there. We have a war memorial, and the Legion is really vibrant. So, you know, that's really cool that you came up with that name. I don't know the name, but yeah.
The connection's there.
Yeah.
Do you guys know Kim Ehman?
Oh, by
Any relation?
Yeah.
Film?
My wife.
Filmmaker? What? What?
Yeah.
Starred in 2004's The Cradle Will Fall
Yeah.
and Prairie Giant, the Tommy Douglas story.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
There you go.
See, I
Hey,
did some
small
research.
world. Yeah, look at this guy. He's
what else
on
can
top
I-
of us here. I hope
Flax-
we didn't get any dirt on us. Or
There's a
anything.
flax mill and hemp mill to be built in 0607. Did that? They didn't update Wikipedia.
No.
the flax house was built.
Well, there's a flax house there, and I have the flax that the place was built at was my flax
off Rose Field.
off my field.
The hemp
Yeah,
plant
hemp
hasn't
plant.
come, and I don't know if it's coming yet or not.
It's in the works, and
It's on the
they're
works.
saying
Yeah.
it's coming.
And there's an eco village that's
Yes.
now accepting housing proposals. What's
Yeah,
that about?
there's an eco village with there's I think pretty close to around 20 lots, and I heard they're all sold.
And
Things
they're
happening
building,
in Craig.
Yeah,
they're
and
building
there's-
eco houses.
And then there's
Yeah.
eco center, which is a golf course, restaurant built with straw bales and all ecologically friendly materials.
we got a guy living in the eco village, living under the ground in a rail car, right?
Yeah.
You know, and they're building all these neat. We got
It's
a
whatever you
school
think.
coming in the eco village where there's going to be people from around the world
International, yeah.
coming to Craig to learn about ecology, and because it's an eco village and eco-friendly and all this stuff. They're coming to Craig, this little pea hole in the middle of kind of nowhere almost, but
Are there lots of misconceptions about Craig people have out there?
Oh, it's a great little town.
Not as small as people think.
It's a small town, 500 people, 15.
But we're actually
surrounding.
growing for a small
We are,
town.
yeah.
We've gained some people over the last few years, and with the Eco Center and the Eco Village, you know, they get a lot of buzz. You know, they've been in the town's been in national publications, and you know, there's been national reporters here doing stories on it. So, you know, it's a booming little place as far
Yeah.
as a small town goes.
Great little place to grow up and raise kids. Really
So when you
is.
guys left, you didn't have to stop at the city limits and erase the population,
Oh, no.
subtract,
No.
divide it in half or anything, nothing like that.
No, but we missed all the red lights when we left town.
Yeah,
though.
I'll be able to use that joke one day.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny we're talking about Craig tonight because I booked you guys last minute. And I didn't know last week that you guys were coming on this week, but last week we had Chad Kachula on from Regina, and we were talking about the Saskatoon-Regina rivalry. And his idea was Saskatoon and Regina should get together, and we should focus our angst on one of the small towns. And he was trying to say Craig, but he was like, what's that town that's the friendliest town by a damn
That's
sight?
us,
That's
yeah.
great.
So yeah.
Oh, so we're gonna have the wrath of
try
the
to-
cities on
try,
us, are
try to
we?
focus the rivalry to you guys.
We heard one time, I heard this thing that, it was on radio station somewhere, that they figured that Saskatoon and Regina should just join forces and become one city in between somewhere, and they'd call it Saskatoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Well, let's get back to some music. Before the break, we heard another song from Wheels of Life.
Yeah.
Okay, song number 4 or 5. I'm behind one.
Yeah, 4 or 5. I'm not
4
sure.
or 5.
Yeah.
This is kind of the love song. When times are tough, you need somebody to walk by your side.
All right, and this is off the album.
Yeah, this is still Wheels of Life.
Still doing the new album. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's called Walk a Little Lighter with Me.
Take it away.
2, 3, and.
Walk a little lighter, walk a little lighter with me. Walk a little lighter, walk a little lighter with me. My heart's been hanging low, my heart's been beating mighty slow. The weight of the world is dragging me down. I need a little help to bring me around. Come on, darling, lighten my way. I'm feeling this is gonna be my day. I put my faith into your hands to lead me on to the promised land. Walk a little lighter, walk a little lighter with me. Sometimes I feel I'm overwhelmed. My tank is low and I don't feel so well. Hold me close tight to your breast and let your heart do all the rest. Come on, darling, light my way. I'm feeling this is gonna be my day. I put my faith into your hands to lead me on to the promised land. Walk a little lighter, walk a little lighter with me. With you I walk without fear, with strength and courage, and the road is clear, and no doubt, no weakness, no hesitation. Walk a little lighter, walk a little lighter with me. Now there's no way to know what tomorrow will bring, but I'm pretty sure of at least one thing, that every step I take with you is a leap of faith closer to the truth. Come on, darling, light my way. I'm feeling this is gonna be my day. I put my faith into your hands to lead me on to the promised land. Walk a little lighter, walk a little lighter. Come on, darling, light my way. I'm feeling this is gonna be my day. I put my faith into your hands to lead me on to the promised land. Walk a little lighter, walk a little lighter with me. Walk a little lighter, walk a little lighter with me. Walk a little lighter, walk a little lighter with me. Walk a little lighter, walk a little lighter with me. Walk a little lighter, walk a little lighter with me.
Tommy John Ehman in the Shaw Studios tonight. You're watching Strip Down. We have to take our very last commercial break, but stick around. We got the showcase song coming up right after this. Lots more Strip Down.
you know that the leatherback turtle is the largest reptile in the world? It is, and it's huge. Roaming many of the world's oceans in search of jellyfish, it can grow up to 2 meters long and can weigh as much as 5 refrigerators. But as large as the leatherback turtle is, it's still really vulnerable, especially to poaching, fishing gear, and garbage. So what can you do to help protect this gentle giant? Well, for starters, never litter. See this helium balloon? Harmless enough, right? Well, if a leatherback mistakes balloons for food and eats them, they can get stuck in his intestines, causing the turtle to die. So never release helium balloons into the air, because you don't know where they'll end up. And that's just a start. When you go to hww.ca, you'll find out more about the leatherback turtle and get ideas on how to help protect Canada's wildlife. That's hww.ca.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy John Ehman.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The year was 1941, a long time ago. My brother Jack went on to war. I was too young to go. He told me that night he wasn't scared, that our country needs his hand. He said, "Don't worry about me, little brother, but it's time to become a man." Now he wrote me letters faithfully from a land so far away. I dreamed that I was there with him, just brothers in berets. He said the war was going well, he might be home by spring. Yeah, give my love to Mom and Dad, don't worry about anything. After 3 months by, no letters came. I checked the mailbox every day. I imagine he was just too busy. My faith would never stray. Then one night I could hear my mama crying on the telephone. I laid in bed with tears in my eyes, wishing I'd never known. Now the war was over and the boys came back. Some returned sad and alone. Yeah, well, some found love on distant shores, while some will never know. Now my brother Jack never did come home all those years ago, but I keep his letters close to my heart, here with me wherever I go.
Tommy John Ehman on Strip Down tonight. There was the official showcase song.
Right there.
Why that song?
Well, that's the current single that we have out across the country right now to Canadian country radio, so we thought we'd kind of showcase that one a little bit. Yeah, it came out October 6th to across the country, and it came out right then because it's obviously a song about soldiers, quite specifically, and being Remembrance Day was November 11th. We wanted to just come out ahead of that, so we'll try to make a little bit of a splash with Remembrance Day just to do our little part to try to remember the soldiers from days gone by.
And that's really the overall theme of this album.
It has it's part of the theme for sure. Yeah, when we're talking about the dedicated soldiers and you know, the reason they went was their love for this country, and it just really strikes me as something that just time to say it. I guess just felt like get my 2 cents in.
How can people get their hands on this?
Probably the best way through our website, www.tommyjohneman.com, and there's all kinds of links there to musicmax.ca to buy discs, PayPal to buy discs, iTunes to buy discs or buy MP3s, and a few other MP3 sites. So it's readily available, and chapters, chapters and HMV. If they don't have it, just they can order it.
And complain.
Yeah, complain.
Complain.
How come you don't have this Tommy John Ehman in here?
Okay, you guys are back in Saskatoon. You're driving back to Craig tonight across the icy roads and the flurries and everything, going back home. You're back here December 12th, playing Stan's Place.
December 12th and 13th it stands, yeah.
Nice.
So,
You're going to be Christmas themed?
well, you know, we'll try to
bit.
see if we can throw it in a Christmas song
we're
or
going
two,
to get
but-
some tinsel for Dave's hair.
Yeah, you know, ho ho ho, and you know, all that. But yeah, it'll be a combination of these songs and some popular cover tunes and some classic rock and roll. It'll be a party.
And then over the next few months, you're flying out to Fort McMurray, Yorkton.
Hold it. Did you say flying?
Well, I meant figuratively.
I wish we were flying.
You know, like flying across the ice on the poor Canadian highways,
Yeah, no.
Saskatchewan highways. Okay,
Yeah, sorry.
Casino Regina, then back to Saskatoon for Rodeo's Tavern in March.
Yeah. And
That's got to
there's-
be a pretty big show. Rodeo's, you played there before?
Yeah, it was really good. So we're really looking forward to that. Yeah. And there's some new dates that have come up that aren't even on the website yet. So just come and check and you know, come and see us somewhere.
All right, I want responses from you two. What are you going to get if you come out and take in one of your shows?
What am I going to get?
What are people going to get?
Excitement.
Yeah.
High energy, excitement.
High energy, excitement. What do you guys have that no other country band has in Saskatchewan?
We got Dave.
Dave with tinsel in his hair, quite possibly.
Yeah, no, we. I think we just have a good rapport on stage. Like all of us, you can tell that we're having a good time, and we really like what we're doing.
Yeah.
And like I know that's what I really like, and I think the audience can feel it too.
We're definitely gonna be having a good time. No
You
matter
guys
what, so.
seem like you gel quite well. Does it ever actually seem like work? Like when you're
No.
jamming, trying to get the parts
no,
right?
The work is loading in and
setting
and
up gear.
shipping out. You know,
Yeah.
that's the work, and the long drives of and rotten coffee, and that's the work. You know, but playing, like I always told Tom that I'd basically play for free if he just got to pay me for the.
Would you?
He just
more
got
for
to
the
pay me
rest of
for
us,
the travel time. So.
You mentioned it was hard to load gear. I carried one of your guitars in tonight.
Oh, you're tough.
Team
Yeah.
It's
player.
the speakers and the power amps and the amplifiers. And, yeah.
All right,
That's part of the job, though.
I think that wraps it up almost for another week of Strip Down. Any final thoughts before we get to your last song?
I would just say, we really appreciate the opportunity to come on the show. I know we had talked over the last couple of months, and we finally got this one hooked up. So we're really appreciative of the opportunity.
Second week in a row, I sat there looking at my cell all day going, any moment now I'm going to get a call that says you guys aren't coming because it's blizzarding, it's icy, there's highway driving.
It would have had to have been really bad for us.
I almost
not
didn't come to work today, and it wasn't even snowing this morning. I was just like, I could tell, it might snow.
We're
So,
used to driving in crappy weather. We live in Saskatchewan, so
Yeah.
we're used to it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
All right, you guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks to the crew. Thanks to the viewers. Thanks to Tommy, David, and Rob. And of course, thanks to our sponsors, Ultimo Yuramoto, Mother's Music, and Rolco Radio. Check us out online, myspace.com/stripdownsask, or hit start.shaw.ca and find us on the Saskatoon page. You have to kind of link to it. For the last time tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Tommy John Ehman. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.
This is us and this is our lives. Go